and welcome to the Congo Hour. We want to thank you so much for watching. My name is Trippy, joined this evening by my co-host, Wayna Dobson. Wayna Dobson. We haven't been.
You started off already.
No, we haven't been together in so long. You know, I'm kind of rusty, so I had to remember how to introduce ourselves. But welcome to the show, and thank you again for watching. I'm here with my co-host Wayna Dobson. I think we had 3 interviews, Wayna.
We do, Trippy.
I think we have D. Reed. He's coming to talk about his recent trip that he took, and then and then we have
Trippy, you are incredible.
We have Home for the Holidays, right? Home for the Holidays that are here. We have our funeral announcements. We have some community news. I think
we have the guest that's sitting right here.
I'm going to do that last.
Oh, okay.
We have Sammy's Corner. I think he's going to be here around 8:30 to talk about whatever is on his mind. But first, we have our first guest, the mayor of Ellesmere.
But before we go to him,
Yes.
You sat down like you're stiff or something. What's wrong with you?
I hadn't been exercising in a while.
Okay.
And then I went a few days ago, like 3 days ago, and I just did too much, and my body still hurts.
3 days ago?
Yeah, no, that's
You
okay.
overdid it?
I did. So, but I'm trying to get back. I was doing okay for a while, and then I took some time off, and then I just jumped back into it and just overdid it. So my body is still paying me back. So hopefully in a couple of days I'll be moving.
Oh,
regularly
we could have got a
again.
picture of that.
I know.
And before we go to our interview, I want to thank those that came out to our holiday community dinner that was today at Moyer Academy.
Second annual, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How was the turnout?
It was very nice.
Was it?
Yeah, Mayor Bird came out, he and his wife. And I wanted to thank Russ Perry and Lanika Perry from CCC Catering. They did a phenomenal job at preparing the food. And then there was some we should have had a bakery throwdown or whatever because the desserts were delicious. We want to thank Dolly that does desserts. Mm-hmm. And we want to thank Cakes for Life. And even CCC, they did some baking, so it was delicious.
Yeah, definitely want to thank you and Gundy for just giving back during the holidays.
Yeah.
Second annual, I'm sure it'll be an annual thing, right?
It is, and I want to thank Dwayne Adams from Breaking Barriers. He donated some toys, so almost all the children that were there were able to take home something as well because Darla Fox, she has her Alexis McDougall book, so she gave those away and her mascot was there, so nice. It was really nice. We had a fun time.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I'm sure the mayor will have a little bit to say about it too. He's over there oohing and eyeing, just reminiscing about the food.
So, welcome to the Congo Hour.
Welcome. I'm glad to be here. And first of all, before we even start, I do got to say, you're right, Trip. I did. The food was fantastic. Gandhi and you did a great job.
Oh, thank you.
I've never been to a place I felt so welcome. People were thanking me for picking their trash up. It was great. I mean, the food was fantastic. The only thing bad is we didn't get that cake.
He wanted the Oreo cake.
It was calling my name.
But everything happens for a reason.
That's exactly it. So you're going to bring me one in.
Yeah, I will. Okay. All right. But I invited you on because, one, you are the mayor of Ellesmere, and I know that some of our viewers probably reside in Ellesmere, and you have a parade coming up.
Yes, we do. We have 2 things coming up.
Okay.
First of all, if they don't reside in Ellesmere, it's their fault. We're a wonderful place to live. Second of all, we have 2 things. Friday, December 8th, we have our annual tree lighting ceremony. This tree, this year, there's over 4,000 lights on it.
Wow.
Probably when I hit that switch, I'm going to have my sunglasses on. But we have light refreshments. Santa Claus will come in on a fire engine. We have lots of crafts for the children to do. And the former mayor will be reading the night before Christmas.
Oh, wow.
There's nobody else can do it better but her.
Mr. Congo.
The former mayor?
No, I'm saying Mr. Congo does it as well.
Oh, does he?
Yes.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
You have to remember that for next year.
You better believe I will. You better believe I will. But it's just a great time. And then Saturday is the actual rain date for Friday.
Okay.
And then Sunday, we're really, really happy about this parade. Wilmington has a good parade, but we have a better parade.
Oh!
Hey, you got to give kudos where it's at. We start down on New Road. We come straight up New Road all the way up to the VA hospital. Reviewing stands in front of the firehouse. Parade kicks off at 2:00 exactly. Joe Leonetti and Joe Fasciola are the chair people along with the fire department. They are sticklers. 2:00 it starts. So the weather, long range forecast looks pretty good for Sunday. It's Friday a little iffy, so we're probably going to have it Saturday.
So Friday evening, what time?
6 p.m.
6 p.m.
At the town hall, and that's on Poplar and Olga.
Okay.
Right there. I mean,
Okay.
you'll
What's
see
the
it.
landmark that's around that area?
Kirkwood Highway, come up to, if you go to Kirkwood Highway, 2 lights past the Wawa, heading towards Newark.
Okay. All right.
I was going to say, if he didn't know that.
So it's right near the fire station, just past the fire station?
Just past the fire station.
Okay.
Going to right, the second light past the fire station, make a right.
Okay. All right.
Town hall's in the front, police department's in the back. Of course, we don't want to buy police department.
Right. That's true.
I got to give shouts out to our guys. The police department does a very very good job. We're known for speed traps.
Yes.
Let's face it.
This is true.
We're
Right.
if you break the law, hey, you break the law. We're going to stop you from breaking
Normally,
the law.
when you come Union Street, right before you get to the Boys
Boys
Club,
Club,
that's
yeah.
when you
That's
start
everybody
slowing
knows.
down, right around there, right?
It makes an impression on you,
It
doesn't
does.
Everybody
You're
knows.
right.
1 square mile. That's all we are. Is 1 square mile.
Job well done.
We got a good town. We got a very good. Our employees are fantastic. Our police department's fantastic, and our public works are the best. We've been asked by residents, can we plow Kirkwood Highway too? Because the guys, they do a great job, and hopefully we won't need them this year
Right.
for the snow. But I think we're going to get some snow this year. Really, really do.
I hope not.
Yeah, I go back and forth. I don't really like it, but
The kids like
it.
it,
They
yeah.
So I can't be selfish.
Right.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
But no, the town is a very good town, and I really appreciate you having me on to talk about it.
You're welcome.
It's a great town. It's a
I
very,
think we have your number on the screen, the 998 number.
yeah, 998-2215 is the town hall.
Okay.
We call there anytime between 8 and 4, and they'll be able to give you any more information. And just to tie in a little bit, we just started something new in the town. We have a reverse 911 call. So anytime.
We've had that for years in Wilmington, just to so you know. You started it. You started it.
Okay. Well, we had the cell phone first before you guys did. Okay. We kicked it. And by the way, the one the state has is ours. But I got to give shout out to Councilman Brown.
Yeah, okay,
Councilman
I
Brown. We have the 911 reverse call, where we have different incidents. And unfortunately, we had an incident that happened a couple Thursdays ago. And it kept the town well informed. And I'm extremely, extremely happy about that. It's something that we've been fighting for, and we've gotten. Our town manager really roped it in there. And of course, with anything cost, there's a cost factor.
Right.
So we budgeted in this year, and we got it. And it really, really, really helped the town out when we had this stupid incident that happened, and the whole town went in lockdown. And they got the guy. And I was very, very happy about that.
Yeah.
Very,
Very
very
good.
happy about that.
Very good.
And it works. Today, before I came here, the phone rang, and I'm going, and I see it, I'm going, oh no. And I pick up the phone, it's giving the whole month activities in the town of Ellsworth. Wilmington don't have that.
I said I quit. You
Okay,
still
okay. All
wanna
right, we'll
chicken
cut it
run
down.
down.
We'll cut it back. All right. But yeah, so we keep the people involved. We tell them when the next meetings are, when the town meetings are, when the planning commission, the board of adjustment meets. So to keep the town abreast of what's going on,
Right.
to get them activated. Actively, we really want our town to be more active than they
that's
are.
key.
They are, but you can always do better. You know that.
Right.
I mean, but that's the way it is. We want, you get that 1 inch, you want another inch.
Right.
And that's what we do. We have a lot of things that go on in the summertime. We have movies in the park. Our 4th of July, Wilmington ain't got this. We got the best fireworks in the state. We're the only ones that shoot off. We do not shoot our fireworks off on the 4th of July. We shoot them off either before 4th of July or after 4th of July. And we've been told, and I'm bragging, but we've been told that we have the best day people have ever seen.
We're going to have to come check them out.
You got to,
Yeah,
you got to.
come
But this
check 'em out.
past year we did something different. We had a three-day affair, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we didn't know how it was going to happen, how good it was going to be. But it worked out. It really, really worked out. The people really enjoyed it. The community came together, and it was fantastic. Of course, I got a little background in that. I used to be the chairman of the Polish Festival, so you got little ins and outs and all that stuff.
Okay.
Contacts here.
Right,
but I mean,
right.
But it's for the community. It's not for me. It's not for the rest of the council. It's for the community, and that's one thing that we strive on. It's the community. I work for them.
Right.
Right.
They don't work for me.
That's right. Bingo.
Amen.
Well, thank you for coming on.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. And
appreciate it.
please put my wife and I on that calendar for next year.
I
'cause
will.
We had a ball.
I will.
And you better get 2 cakes.
Okay, I got you.
One
I
for
got
us,
you.
one
One
for
for them.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you guys very much.
You're welcome.
All right.
Thank you. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back with Home for the Holidays.
Yes.
Okay.
Good evening and welcome back to the Congo Hour. We're going to go right into our next guest because my favorite part of the show, Sammy Corner, he is definitely going to be here. So, all right. So our next guests are 2 ladies who are working hard already for Home for the Holidays. Welcome to the Congo Hour.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
welcome,
You're
man. Thanks for coming.
welcome. They wanted to make sure that we let the viewing audience know that they just came from working. That's why they're geared up the way that
Yes.
they are. Okay. So if you would introduce, both of you can introduce yourself and talk about what Home for the Holidays is all about.
Hi, my name is Shavette Hunter, and I am with Keep Selling Property. I am one of the co-owners, and this is my partner, Kim Broomer.
Okay. So what is Home for the Holidays?
Home for the Holidays is pretty much just an initiative that Shay and I decided to do where we actually give back to the community. We're real estate investors, which simply means we flip houses for profit.
Okay.
And what we wanted to do was use our skills, our talents to actually help out. And so we bought a house and we're renovating it and we're giving it away to a homeless family for Christmas.
Did you say giving it
Giving
away?
it away, deeding it over.
Is that awesome or
Okay.
what?
Yes.
Is this your first year doing that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We learned a lot this year.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yes.
How'd you think about doing this? What inspired you to do this?
Well, Shay, tell the story.
Sure. Kim earlier this year had a vision that she came up with, and we always like to make bold statements because we know we serve a bold God. So she was like, you know what? Instead of instead of doing a house for profit, let's give a house away. I said, away? Like, we're not rich. Seriously, we're not rich. So she was like, yeah, we can give it away. We can find a house, renovate it, do it like how we do it, and give it away. I said, okay, okay, I'm slowly but surely, it's coming on me, okay. So she said, we can do it. So we went through some things. We started the process in July, and we found a house. It's in Wilmington Manor, and actually, the house was vacant. So we found the owners. They live in Florida.
Okay.
And the person who built Wilmington Manor, this was his house. This was the original owners who built Wilmington Manor in Newcastle. So the family got the house. Sometimes with family and children, they don't do anything to the house. They don't keep it up. So this property wasn't kept up at all. It's been vacant for years. And the county was sick of this property. So once we contacted them and told them what we wanted to do, they was like, yes, we're on board. Whatever we need to do, let's move forward.
All right.
And that's what we did. And we're here today now.
Good.
I was just about to say I'm gonna give away some toys, but I'm not even gonna say that now.
They're giving away a house.
I'm gonna save that for Easter or something.
But
But
wait,
kids still need your toys.
I know they still need the
Yeah, they
toys.
still
So
need
you
the
can give
toys.
the toys to the
Okay,
family.
yeah, man, we can do that.
Yeah, we can do that. So they'll have toys as well. So how are you reaching out
Yeah.
to get the family to move into the home?
We used many different efforts. We started collecting applications. We've reached out to a lot of the shelters and transitional homes, and then word of mouth. It's on our website, the application. And our application deadline was the 31st of August.
Okay.
October, actually, yes. I'm like, wait, that sounds too long ago. But yeah, October. And so right now we're in the process. We have a team of people who are actually reading each and every application, and they're going to down select to like a percentage, and then they're going to give those to us, and then we're going to start to read the applications and interview the families and see, what we can do and who's going to be the family.
Wow.
And what day are you giving it away on?
December 20th.
The 20th.
20th. Okay.
So they'll be home for Christmas.
Wow,
And
that's awesome.
you can do the toys.
Yeah.
And the tree that you normally bring.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I got the tree and some toys.
Oh, that'd be great.
All right.
That'd be great.
Okay.
Yeah.
But not only, Tribute, just let you know, not only are we housing one family, we're housing 3 families. And you're probably looking at me like, okay, y'all giving away 3 houses? No. We're not giving away 3 houses. We're only giving away 1 house. However, the other 2 families, we're going to help them with some type of housing.
Okay.
With first month security and first month's rent and things like that. So it's going to be a total of 3 families.
Okay.
Right.
Yes.
Wow.
You guys are.
Gee, I
I
know, we got to
give you
do
props.
something.
I really just have to give you props.
Yes.
Really,
Thank you.
setting the bar to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's what we
Thank
want to
you.
do. Shay and I, we always consider ourselves trailblazers, making a difference. And we just want to use what we know, and we know real estate.
Right.
And so we want to use what we know to, help a family get established and build legacies. And, just when we talk and you think about all the great times you had at your mom's house or your dad's house or your house, and, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
That's really what it's all about, and that's all we really want to do. And, we can't do it alone. We don't want to fool you in thinking that we're doing this alone, because just like Shay said, we're not by far rich. We came from working class families in the city of Wilmington. So we know what it's like to hustle, but we really need help from the community. We need people to help us with volunteers. We had a lot of volunteers this weekend helping us cut out the house and get it demoed and cleaned out. We need support through our donations, whether monetary donations. We have some companies who are donating like materials and things of that. And we also have a brick donation that we're doing. One of the things we're going to do is build a brick patio onto the house. And I have a sample of the bricks here.
Oh, Alvin needs to fix the number, because we needed more numbers up. Be a part of tomorrow, today, buy a brick. Okay.
And so what it is with the brick is you can have it engraved with a $100 donation. You can actually have the brick engraved either with your name, your business name, your family name, a message for the family. So it's like the community will always be a part of this house and be a part of this family. So, we're just really here tonight to explain what we're doing, and hopefully, we can get some volunteers to help out with the house. We really need that, and as well as more, donations and purchase a brick and make this brick patio, because, brick is a great foundation. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to set a foundation for this family.
Yeah.
Okay. And so people can call the number on the screen if they want to volunteer, if they want to help out in any way, right?
Anyway,
I want to
yes,
make sure that is the
35.
right number.
Yes.
602-3561?
Yes.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
Great.
And
That's
what's
it.
the name of your company again?
Keep selling property.
Keep Selling Property.
Right, and
Okay.
this is our Home for the Holidays project. It will be an annual event.
Okay.
And also next year, in addition for Home for the Holiday, we're actually going to do Home of the Brave, and that's when we're actually going to give a house away to a disabled vet as
Oh,
well.
wow.
So we're trying to do some big things.
Well, you are doing big things.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, so definitely whenever you need to come on the show, just
Just show
Tammy.
up. Yeah, just show up.
Tammy's the one that was
That's
like,
all.
I need them to come. I'm like,
Yes.
okay, so yeah, just call me and you can come.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you.
All
We
right,
really
thank
have to
you.
come after
Yeah,
we
thank you.
choose the family.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
After
Okay.
we,
Just call me.
okay.
You
All right.
you on?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
And they can just
Okay.
share their experience.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that'd
Yes.
be great.
Yep.
that's
Okay.
great.
All right, we'll take a
That'll-
quick break and come right back with Sammy's Corner.
Yes.
And then we'll do our
To see Reed
After
his trip
Right.
from the holidays.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
All right.
All right, we'll be right back with Sammy's Corner. All right, welcome back to Wayna's favorite part of the Congo Hour. Sammy's Corner. He said that he is
on fire.
red hot. I don't know what that means.
I could tell the
I don't know
tie
if
is
that's
an indication of what tonight is going to be like. So, welcome to your corner, sir.
Well, thank you for letting me in.
You're welcome.
My corner. You know, I often hear folks say, Sammy, we enjoy your craziness. And I say, I enjoy being crazy. Because most of my adult life, I've tried to figure out what makes people tick. And I guess I'm happy when people are very synchronized ticking. And I'm very unhappy because I want everybody to be happy when everybody don't have that goodness that some of us have been blessed with. So I try to figure out every day. I hear about things and I try to figure out, what made it happen and why are some people really catching a hard time and others aren't? Why are some people have great meals every day and some people don't eat? Why is it that some people are living in comfort and some people don't? And why aren't they happy? You can be happy not having all that. Because so many of us at my age have been through stages where money wasn't available. And we believe if we hit the Powerball, we're going to be happy. We're going to have all kind of great cars and great houses and be able to distribute wealth among all the people that we love. But that's not going to make us happy. That is going to, I guess, it's a temporary fix. But even at that point, people are going to be unhappy with what they got because they didn't earn it. And so today I was just thinking about what can make most people happy. And I think that I feel good when I see respect among our people all the time. And that respect is just one of those things that we can't really get our hands around properly. And I ask myself, who are the people that respect people the most? And I find that people who have had a support system like growing up with Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, good church background, and a family that has had good, I want to say, cultural values. And that all that is not about money. It's about establishing respect. And I think that when you're a Boy Scout, Girl Scout, church, and the teachings of the Bible teach you all that. And it is really a survival kit. And how can everybody have an opportunity to take the advantage of that survival kit? And so that's what I'd like you guys to tell me about tonight. What do you think can help people? Because I'm convinced that policemen are not the answer. You can have 2,000 policemen in this town and you're going to have crime where there's poverty, because people want to eat, they want to have nice things, and when they see an opportunity to do it, they're willing to take the risk to make some of their family members comfortable. And we do that every day. We take a risk going out, but our risks are legal. The risk that the people who aren't given the privilege of taking legal risk take illegal risk. And so, it's like when we were young, most of us are familiar with the numbers game. And people were excited back then about hitting the numbers. And so we took that risk of playing the numbers.
Are you referring to the street numbers?
The street numbers,
Okay.
before they became
legal,
the legal
numbers.
lottery
And that's what
numbers.
I'm talking about, legal, illegal. What makes illegal legal, illegal illegal, and legal legal? Because back then, you know, people played the numbers, and that was illegal, but most people played the numbers. Whether it was the preacher, the teacher, everybody was trying to do better. They made it became so profitable and they couldn't control it, so they made it legal. They said, you know, we're going to make things legal. And so they did. And so what was illegal is now legal. And so we have to find ways of helping people to learn how to take the advantage of opportunities. And most of them today are through the Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, and all those kind of things. And education now is the key. And when our people fail to get the education, they become illegal almost. You know, when they can't be successful, and our country is getting worse in terms of not having the opportunities to get an education. You know, it's just $20,000 and all that, and some parents just aren't willing to. They can't, and so our kids are going without because they don't know how. What do you think about that? I'm through all that talk.
I mean, I think you're right. But how do we do that? I think for us to be able to fix that and to have the Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts, and have that type of the church influence and all those positive influences on not only a child but the whole family. I think that I don't know how we do that on a mass scale. I mean, it's okay for the Boy Scouts to go into a neighborhood and maybe get 20 or 30 kids, but you still have thousands of kids who won't have that opportunity. I mean, it's okay for whatever other group it may be to go into a neighborhood and get another 30 or 50 kids, but you're still going to have thousands of kids who won't have that type of access. So how do you do that on a mass level to really make change? Because we have so many different organizations which are needed, but they're trying to fix things that are already broken, if that makes sense. But how do we get to a point where those families and that child isn't broken, and they're growing up in a system where it's automatically fed to them, like they automatically have access to it? Like, does the government do it? I don't know. I mean, that's a tough question. Like, how do we make sure that everybody has that same access to the things that you're talking about? Should it happen through the school? Like, do we need to revamp our school system to include the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts, and, you know, bring church back into the school? Like, I don't know how we do it on a mass level, instead of having so many different organizations doing great jobs, but not affecting enough people, because they can only do but so much.
I believe that this may sound crazy, that there must be a system that prepares at a very early age young men to be men.
Right.
And that the systems don't prepare. For instance, a young man gets a young lady pregnant, and she is given a home. She can go public housing and get a home, food stamps, and all that. But it becomes violated if the father of the baby comes to live with her.
Right.
We're automatically beginning to create this division that causes she begins to disrespect the young man because the system disrespects him.
That's an excellent point.
That's my point. But keep going. I don't want to cut you off. But go ahead.
And then he does not get the money. They give her the money, and anytime she's unhappy, she says, "Get out. This is my home, and and you know how the word goes, that they have all kind of names for the guys. Moo Moo and Goo Goo comes around, and he's sneaking around the corner. When it is a normal value, it's a normal process that women have children by men. And for people to not prepare the young ladies early enough and the men early enough is criminal.
But so does that? Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say that somehow it has to be taught that, I mean, that shouldn't be the norm. It's supposed to be it's supposed to be the family thing first. So what you're saying is definitely correct, but it's like, how do we like reverse the years, go back to value that we always talk about in the home? I think it starts at home with the teaching. I think another thing is we talked about God being back in the schools. I think prayer definitely needs to be back in the school. I just really think that it would make a difference.
How do you do that on a mass level, though? I think the only way that it's really going to be effective is if you do it. That's why I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but like,
You're not wrong.
What role does the government play in that? Because the government will go and reap the benefits of the anarchy. Mm-hmm. But how does the government fix it and establish it so that it happens automatically? So a child grows up in a system where there's a proper education, where there's family values. I mean, it's easy to say it starts at home, but the home doesn't know. So how do you teach the home? You know, how can we expect the home to teach their young when the parents don't even know? I think that's an unfair burden to place on people who grew up in a system where they didn't know any better. So they're just it's just like it's a continuing trend. So I think that's unfair for us to impose some of the things that we do, saying that we're the parents when the parents don't know any better either.
I agree.
But how do we establish it so that eventually everybody is growing up in this system where they're taught how to be young men and young ladies, and how to respect people and the importance of education, where it's done on a mass level automatically, like other countries like China and countries like that who really enforce almost.
It's like it's instilled in them as soon as they're birthed.
As soon as they're born, they're almost forced to live a certain way, and they grow up being. And I think China is one of the top countries in as far as education. So what role does the government play to do it on a mass level, where it's just not small pockets of organizations trying to do it, but it's almost a
mandatory thing?
Yeah, mandatory thing.
If I knew, then I'd be rich. But I believe that the discipline in China and Japan and all those folks have a standard by where the man gets the kind of respect that allows the kids to see it, and the kids began to develop through systems like that. Mm-hmm. They develop with what they see. Today I was watching my grandchildren, and it was interesting. I was watching them jump around. And when they was jumping, they was counting. And the 2-year-old was counting because the 4-year-old was counting, but the 12-year-old was teaching them how to count. Mm-hmm. If the 12-year-old wasn't teaching the 4-year-old, then the 4-year-old couldn't teach the 2-year-old. So the 12-year-old was taught, the 4-year-old was taught, and if that system, where does that system break off, where they stop learning how to count, and another value system sets in? So we have to learn that although it's difficult, we have to evaluate and look at how we keep that counting going on. You see, even that counting should happen when you're 95, because it passes on through one another. And so establishing that ground rule is what we have to do in our community.
I was just thinking as you were talking, because you said you don't have the answer. We have a Facebook page called the Congo Hour. So I'm going to put your question up and have the community respond. And next week we can share some of what they think of your question.
Okay, I think that's what it takes. It takes everybody understanding what's going on and understanding and believing in something. We've been lied to. We have what I call the inaccurate perception to the map of reality. And we have to make that map accurate by being honest. Being honest with our kids, being honest with ourselves, and establishing rules that we can live by. And live by those rules, because what we live by is what we pass on. And so Trippy lives through me. And whatever I establish, whether right or wrong, is what he will live through. So I think that one of the things that we have to start doing is stop lying to one another in terms of the truth. And I think that once we begin to start the truth, then things will start going on, like making girls bad because they have a baby.
Right.
That's not the truth. We shouldn't do that. Make guys a slickster because he gets a girl pregnant. You know, when that happens, he has to be responsible, and teach him how to be responsible and work with him. That's, instead of making him a bad guy, he's hiding around the corner and she meets him around the corner. If that happens, then as Trippy said, we'll talk about that next week.
Is that what he said to you over there? Okay.
So we're gonna.
Okay. Actually, we're gonna go right. We're gonna. We have D. Reed here. How you doing, Derek?
I snuck up in here.
I know you did. I like the way you snuck up.
Yeah, you know.
But you didn't really sneak because your head was all in the camera over in Mr. Con.
Well,
but
you
let's
know.
talk about watermelon cornbread.
Let's talk about
real
watermelon
quick.
cornbread. Well, you know, the play is coming to Wilmington, Delaware for one last time. This time I'm gonna try to do a DVD recording because a lot of people were saying, y'all coming here, y'all coming there. We just went down south and won 2 awards. So we got Comedy Player of the Year.
Congratulations.
Yeah, in South Carolina, Greensville, and also in Greensboro, we got Comedy Player of the Year too. So yeah, so we're gonna bring it back to our home state and go ahead and rock out at Resurrection Center on December 21st.
December 21st
right
at
here?
the
here?
Resurrection
Okay.
Center.
Yeah.
And how much are your tickets?
The tickets are only $15. It's holiday time, so I kind of want to be reasonable and help people out, you know, to come out. I want to encourage families to come out and really enjoy themselves, because a lot of times we have events for the grown people and then we just take the kids to Chuck E. Cheese, you know what I mean? But this time you can bring the whole family out, you know, and enjoy the show. And, you know, plays usually start at $25, $30 and up, you know what I mean? But we're going to do it at $15.
15.
And,
And what day again?
December 21st at the
December
Resurrection Center.
21st. And it starts at what time?
Actually, we have 2 shows. Show at 12 noon, so we're gonna do an early show just in
Okay,
case people
that's
want to go out to
good.
lunch or something after that. And then we're gonna do a 6 p.m. show just in case you want to go out to dinner with your family. So we're trying to be, you know, flexible and reasonable at the same time, so people can come out and enjoy themselves. Look, it's holiday time. Let's just make this year a holiday time for the family. You know what I mean? Let's lift up families. So Watermelon Cornbread is an awesome comedy play.
It
for
was
everybody.
very good. I did have the
Awesome
chance
play.
to
And
see
then
it. So it was
we
good. Then the
tweaked
cornbread was good too.
Oh yeah, Watermelon
You
Cornbread.
still gonna have
Oh
cornbread
yeah,
afterwards?
definitely. You know, we always
Okay.
have Watermelon Cornbread.
All right. Okay. So for more information, you can call the number that's on the screen.
Yes, the number is 302-559-2743. Listen, get them tickets early. Get them now. I mean, a lot of people coming out. It's a DVD recording, and it's at Pastor Townsend's church.
Okay.
He has a lovely
All
sound
right.
system.
So yeah, and
wait.
you'll be able to be on the DVD when
Hey,
you
look,
paying
y'all
into
know y'all
the
like to be on
audience.
TV. You know,
Yes.
come on, check out be on the DVD.
All
Watermelon
right.
Cornbread.
Thank you for coming on.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Always a pleasure.
So we're gonna go straight over to Studio B to Trippy for our funeral announcements.
Okay, first we have Mr. Allen Curtis Ray Sr., age 58, departed this life November the 24th. His memorial services were held on last Tuesday at the Congo Funeral Home, and his burial was private. Miss Janice Lindsay, age 75, departed this life November the 25th. Her funeral services were on Friday at the Mount Salem UAME Church in Delaware City, and her burial took place in the Sharon Hill Memorial Park in Dover. Mr. Keith Oliver Jr., age 48, departed this life November the 24th. His funeral services were held yesterday at the Hanover Presbyterian Church, and his burial was private. Mr. Omar Harrigan, age 45, departed this life November the 21st. His funeral services were also held yesterday at the Solid Rock Baptist Church, and his burial took place in the Silverbrook Cemetery. Miss Sonia Johnson, age 75, departed this life November the 23rd. Her memorial services were held yesterday at the Longshoreman Hall, and her burial was private. Mr. Kenneth A. Brown Sr., age 78, departed this life November the 21st. His funeral services will be tomorrow at the Sharon Temple Seventh-day Adventist Church on 20th and Washington Street. Services will start at 11:15. There will be a visitation to meet and greet the family from 10 to 11. There will be no viewing, and his burial will take place at the Delaware Veterans Cemetery. Mr. Christopher Dorsey, age 53, departed this life November the 17th. His funeral services will be held on Wednesday at 11 a.m. at the Canaan Baptist Church, 3011 Newcastle Avenue. Viewing will be from 9 to 10:45 only, and his burial will be private. Miss Barbara A. Cunningham, age 55, departed this life November the 25th. Her funeral services will be on Wednesday at 7 p.m. at the Congo Funeral Home on 24th and Market Streets. Viewing will be from 5 to 6:45 only, and her burial will be private. Burial services for Miss Ernestine Whitfield will be tomorrow at 12 noon at the Grace Lawn Memorial Park. Services for Mr. Peter Brown, age 41, who departed this life November the 26th, will be announced. Services will also be announced for baby Karan Skinner, who departed this life on November the 27th. Services for Miss Maureen Calvarese, age 78, who departed this life November the 30th, were held yesterday at the St. Peter's Catholic Church, and her burial was private. And that does conclude all of our funeral services. If you have any questions, just please call us at the funeral home at 652-8887. Also, you can always go to our website at www.congofuneralhome.com. That does conclude our show. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you ever want to be a part of the Congo Hour, just call us at the funeral home at 652-8887. God willing, we'll see you next Sunday.